What's up, queens? It's me, your girl Bria Janae, back with another nail video. Today I'm actually going to be taking off my nails. So I'm starting off with this set. I just posted the tutorial for this look a couple of days ago, so please go check that out if you have not already. To get started, I'm going to be using this toenail nipper, I believe it is, that I got from Target years ago. And this is the best thing to nip your nails, in my opinion. Number one, these nails are probably too thick for a traditional fingernail clipper. And also, when I do use a fingernail clipper, sometimes I get the most awkward cut, and sometimes it gets too low. So this, I feel, gives the most clean cut, and that's why I use it. This is just me being pressed, recreating something that I see on Instagram all the time. And by the way, this is how far my nails have grown out in the past 2 weeks. I'm thinking I want to try a new primer, so if you have any suggestions, let your girl know. Once my nails are as low as I'm comfortable with, I'm going to take my ceramic drill bit that I got from Amazon. I'm definitely going to put the link in the description, and this is the coarsest one in the set. And let me just say, not only is it coarse, but the ceramic bits hit way different than the regular, I guess, metallic or whatever it's made out of. The other drill bits, they're harder, and let's be honest, I've broken skin a little bit with these drill bits, but they definitely get the job done way faster. And I just realized that I have not mentioned it already, but this is perhaps the one downside to Polygel, in my opinion. You cannot just soak this off like acrylic or dip powder. You have to file it down as thin as possible in order to do anything with it. So I'm definitely not a huge fan of that because my natural nail is very thin, and it just makes me scared to have to file so close. So I don't get the Polygel too thin. If it starts getting hot, I back away. And here is the reason I brought a dust collector. I keep hearing that I get too many Amazon packages, but they're all necessary. After I get my nails pretty thin with the super coarse drill bit, I go in with the medium coarse one, and there definitely is a difference between the two. This one is way more tolerable, and I can use this on my natural nail if needed. I still don't file all the Polygel completely off just for the sake of not thinning out my natural nail, but I do get a little closer to it. Now that our nails are as thin as we can possibly get them, I'm going to take my acetone that I got from Walmart. I'm running very low, and I have about maybe 5 or so cotton balls, and I'm just going to open those up so I can tear them into little pieces. And I also cut up some rectangles of aluminum foil. So first you want to wet your cotton ball with the acetone. You want to make sure it's wet. It doesn't need to be dripping. You don't want it dripping and leaking through your house, but you don't want it to just be damp. You want it to soak through the nail and dissolve that polygel. So after I wet the cotton ball, I put it on my nail, and then I lay my nail onto the aluminum foil. I fold the foil over my nail, and then I close it up and wrap it up. Hope that makes sense when you see me do it. And I prefer to wrap my nails as opposed to just sitting them in some acetone and warm water because I like to be able to move my hands around as they soak off. They also have these clips that you can buy instead of using the aluminum foil, but I feel like with the clips, the acetone dries out faster. So while my nails were soaking off, I watched reruns of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and this is after 30 minutes. I just came to check on my nails and see how they were going, and they weren't ready really quite at all at this time. So I put my foil back on and I let it soak for another 30 minutes. Now the acetone has been on for an hour, and this is how the nails are looking. So I just went in with that medium coarse drill bit again, and I flicked those pieces of polygel off. After about an hour, I was able to get most of the polygel off, but on some of the nails there was still a thin layer, so I did put the foil back on my nail after I filed what I could off the nail. And you will know when the polygel is ready to be filed off because you can see that it's very visibly lifted off of your nail. It'll look not white, but more opaque than it will when it's actually attached to your nail. And if it is attached to your nail, Please don't pry it off or rip it off. Just throw some more acetone back in a cotton ball. Be patient, it will come off, but don't ruin your nails in the process. So I took the foil off my left hand to show you all, but this is how my nails are looking after the 1 hour mark. As you can see, there is still some polygel on my nails, so I'm going to rewrap them, and if any cotton balls are a bit too dry, I re-soak them with acetone. So it's totally not in focus, but my pinky nail, I was able to get all the polygel off, so I did not even worry about rewrapping those. And I don't think I recorded it, but I was able to file off a few of these nails, to be honest with you. So I'm only wrapping the few that had the most stubborn polygel. After a final 30 minutes, I'm able to file all of the polygel off, but in this clip you see me using a sanding band. That is my bad and my mistake. I definitely should have been using a medium coarse drill bit, because what the sanding drill bit does is just makes it thinner as opposed to actually getting it off. So it wasn't a big help, and that's why I switched. And all this process took about 2 hours, 2.5 hours absolute max. So it's not ideal, but not too terrible. For some reason, the polygel on my right ring finger was being so super stubborn. So while that soaked off, I just started doing some light prep work for my next set. It's going to be my birthday set, and I'm so excited for you queens to see it. But in the meantime, I hope this video was helpful. And if so, like this video, leave me a comment, and of course, subscribe. Bye!